What is up, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of Nerdy Sense. It's your boy Corey, and today I am going to be reviewing Creed. Just got back from seeing it. Had a nice Thanksgiving with my mom, and then we went to see this movie. But before I get to it, I just want to say that Creed is not a Rocky movie. And with that said, I thought that it did a great job kind of paying respect and tribute to Rocky, but not making it all about Rocky. Because let's be honest, the Rocky movies have always done well because people love Sylvester Stallone's Rocky Balboa. He's just an endearing character, that average Joe guy who has gone on to do extraordinary things. So Rocky is definitely invoked to get people into the theater and sell tickets, but I think that this movie did a great job proving itself so that down the line it'll be able to carry its own weight. Now, to get to the review. I thought that this movie was very well done, and I think that Michael B. Jordan did a great job as Adonis Creed, Apollo Creed's son. So he was born after the events of Rocky IV, but he was conceived before Rocky IV. So after Adonis's death, after Apollo Creed's death, Adonis was born. And he never got to meet his father, but he carries a lot of traits like his father. He is a fighter. He was born to fight. He's a natural. So they do a good job setting that up at the beginning, telling you that this guy is a fighter. And that with that, he belongs in the ring. That's where he feels that he belongs. That's where he feels that he's at peace when he's in the ring fighting. And it's a great parallel to his life because he's fighting his own demons. He's fighting his own self, and he's also fighting as a profession. So of course he's a natural in that area and in that ring. I think that they did a great job incorporating what makes Rocky movies so great into this new franchise. Of course it's set in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is always known as this blue collar town. People work hard, they put their blood, their sweat, their tears into their work, and they build themselves up from nothing to make themselves something. And that was very much so evident in this movie. Of course, the Philadelphia scenery has always been a staple of Rocky movies. This is what made Rocky 1 so great, especially the scene where he's running up the steps and, you know, he's jumping up and down with his arms up. So the scenery was definitely evident in this movie, but they didn't invoke Rocky cliches. There was some symbolism of the original Rocky movie, like when he's running down the streets and, you know, he has people chasing him and running behind him and running next to him to let him know that the city has his back. But they didn't invoke too many Rocky cliches. It's very clear that they're trying to center Michael B. Jordan's Adonis as a new staple franchise. So they didn't try to overshadow it with too much of what's come from original Rocky movies. We also got to see a lot of chemistry between Sylvester Stallone's Rocky Balboa and Michael B. Jordan's Adonis. And there was a lot of scenes where they dug deep and they explained their feelings and they're opened up. So it was great to be able to see Rocky kind of open up to someone outside of his original family. You know, Adrian, Paulie, Mickey in some forms. And he had moments where he opened up to Adonis. But to be able to carry that on to Adonis' son was great. It was great to see Rocky on the sidelines cheering Adonis on, telling him what he needs to do in order to become a successful fighter. There were some very sad parts of this movie. Of course, that's just really staple in every Rocky movie. Every movie really has some sad things, from Paulie mismanaging Rocky's money and them losing everything, to Adrian dying, to him being estranged from his son, to Apollo being killed in the ring. There are just a lot of things that have always been sad, some sad moments in Rocky movies, and that was no exception here. But we did get a lot of comedy also, And I just believe Michael B. Jordan is a very funny guy, and he played this role well. I love that they incorporated some hip hop into this movie as well, especially with the intros and the ring workouts. I got to hear some of my favorite songs from right now, so that was great as well. But one thing that I really just loved about it was the chemistry between Balboa and Adonis Creed. And that makes me believe that we can expect more movies here on out, and that they're going to build a franchise around this. The ending definitely left it open for more sequels, so I'm expecting to see that, and I'm hoping that we can see more. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I definitely give it an 8.5, so it's in that B range. Things that I didn't like about the movie, there really wasn't much, but one of the things that I would have liked to see more was that I would have kind of liked to see him get a couple more fights in, or explain, his rise. It kind of worked out exactly as in Rocky 1. You just don't get a shot out of nowhere at, a big fish. So I would have liked to see them work that in a little bit more, maybe have him fight the guy that he fought at the beginning of the movie. And once you see it, you'll know who I'm talking about. I don't want to spoil anything, but maybe get a crack at him to prove himself. And I thought that's what the movie was setting up for, but they took it left field. It was still a great movie though. Don't get me wrong. That's just a little bone that I have to pick, but it's so insignificant. It really didn't affect how I saw the movie or how I looked at the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. You will too. So make sure you go see Creed. It's already in theaters. It was a great movie. You won't be disappointed. Also, I really hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Make sure that you let your family know how much you love and care for them this holiday season. Everybody just needs to know that they're appreciated and that they're loved every once in a while. So make sure when you're at the dinner table with your family, you let them know how much you love and appreciate them, because you never know when next time you'll see them, or you never know if you'll ever be able to see them again. So just make sure you let your family know how much you care and appreciate them. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. NS Nation, stand up.